Oh my goodness, we are live. Hello, my beautiful gentlemen. Some of you guys are already on here. How precious of you to already be on here. Ninja Wolf has already started asking tons of questions. Like as soon as I was about to log on, it just showed that Ninja Wolf, he's like on it. He's got questions. He's ready to go. So that's how we do this, guys. You come on these live calls, and the questions that you have for me, you put them in that chat box, and then I answer them for you. That's how this works. It's a beautiful thing that we have going on. If I do not have time to get to your question, then make sure I'll put it right here in the chat. We'll also put it in the description and in the comments. But if I don't get to your question, you can always book that 15-minute call with me where you and I talk about your challenge and we see if my coaching and what I'm offering is a good fit for you. Brian Hardman, hello, my darling. I'm missing you, Brian. I'm missing you. I can't wait for our call. Brandon Bowen, hi. Brandon, I have a call coming up with you, I think. Ben, hello. Haji, hello from Chicago. Are you in your underwear again? Do you have red? I wear the same black one every time because that's like the image. So yeah, I use that all the time. I use the same one. It's just so elegant and pretty. Hi, Phantom Moral. Hello, Chris Lesser. I'm so thrilled to do this with you guys. Can I just say something before we get started? It is such a joy. I was thinking about this before I was about to get on. It is such a joy. Let me turn my phone on silent. My best friend from Texas is messaging me. I love when she messages me. It is such a joy to have you guys here. Like it really blesses my heart. When I get on these live Q&As, I don't think I have to do a live Q&A. Which sometimes when I'm making videos, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not always feeling it. I'm like, because I was doing 3 a week. I'm still doing that, but just differently. And like sometimes, yeah, it's monotonous. It's like, okay, here's another video, like this is what you do with women. And sometimes it does become monotonous. But this live Q&A, seeing you guys in this comment section, some of you seeing your faces. Hello, George. Hello, Sean. Hello, Positive Vibes. Hello, Adrian. Hello, Doug. Oh, to just see you guys, to feel your energy on the other side of these calls, it just gives me so much life. So it really is a joy to my heart to be able to be here with you guys and to connect with you and to answer your questions. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here with me, for sharing your time with me getting to share my time with you in this beautiful exchange. Thank you. Thank you so much. I thoroughly enjoy being able to do these live Q&As with you guys. So like I said, if I don't get to your question, make sure that you sign up for that 15-minute call with me. I'll put it again in the chat here, and we'll put it in the comments, and it'll be in the description. And so it's a good way for you to get your challenges answered by me, but also to see if coaching and working with me is the path for you and the path for me. Adrian says, you're an amazing human being. Keep doing what you're doing. Oh, that means so much to me. Thank you so much, my darling. Okay, let's see what questions we have here. So Ninja Wolf, you have a whole bunch. How can I tell which of these women who don't have boyfriends? You know what? You just go up and you talk to them and you find out for yourself. You don't wait, you don't look, you don't see, no. You're a man, you're an emotional warrior. You just walk right up to her, you start talking, and if she has a boyfriend, then guess what? It's her responsibility to share that with you. But you go and you be a man and you pursue those women, because men, that's what you are. You are pursuers. Who is the next question I found? Bradford says, hi, I really enjoy your openness and your love you have for everyone. That means so much to me. That actually means a lot to me. Thank you for sharing that with me. Yeah, I just did I don't know if you guys saw A Day in the Life of Arica, Angelo, the last one, but it was super vulnerable. I don't know if I've ever been that open on anything. It was pretty open. And my love for everyone, Brad, honestly, I think it's a gift from God. I really do. I think I just have this gift and this capacity to love people deeply. It really is a gift, and I'm so grateful for it. Can an introverted and quiet guy, this is Phantom Wolf, get a high quality woman? Absolutely. And I'll tell you why. Because high quality women aren't always necessarily extroverts, and they're not always introverts. A high quality woman is a woman who, she is responsible for her own life. That means she's responsible for her life financially. She's responsible for herself emotionally. And she's showing up in the world with an open heart, with eyes of wide uh, eyes of wide wonder. And so that can be an extrovert or an introverted woman. So either one of those, I've shared with you guys, I am an extrovert, but I really love introverted men. I don't know why. Extroverted men are fun and they're great, but I always have gravitated towards introverted guys. That could change. But yeah, being an introverted man you have a very sexy, mysterious appeal, and women want to discover you more as an introverted man. The thing I would always challenge you with is to be that emotional warrior and make sure that your emotions are not introverted, because a woman's going to want to know you. And the way she knows more of you is how you're able to articulate your emotions. Jeffrey Zimmerly says, what does it mean when you're talking to a woman and she puts her hand on your shoulder? Does that mean she wants more or just wants to stay friends? What? I don't know. Okay. So woman is different. So let's just make that clear. Typically, yeah, a hand on the shoulder. It depends. If she's grabbing it, that's kind of like a forceful, masculine, I'm putting you in your place. You're a buddy of mine. But if a woman's also interested, she can kind of it's a different grab. It's like a kind of like a touch and a pull, a touch and a pull. So, women like myself and other women can be very touchy. So it's hard to tell. But if I'm touching a guy and I'm doing a little rub and pulling away, I'm interested. I'm into that guy. But I also do it for men that I have a lot of compassion for as well. So Jeffrey, regardless, I would encourage you to continue to pursue this woman and just get very clear on what that answer is. I think sometimes guys, I think you overly play it safe as opposed to just being a man and just going after the woman full force, because you're afraid of getting rejected. You're afraid of what society has really demasculated men. And so it makes men scared. But it doesn't matter what society does. It doesn't matter what she does. It's really about, what are you going to do? How are you going to be responsible for your attraction? Are you going to continue to pursue her until she gives you a no or a yes? Because that's really where you're going. You want to see, is this a woman who's interested in you? Great, keep pursuing. If she's just not interested in you, then hello, there are so many beautiful women on this planet. Move on. Let's see, who else has a question here? Sometimes I just have to speak to it. Sometimes I see the guys give each other advice, and some of it is the worst advice ever. I'm I don't know if these are just trolls on YouTube who just want to have a voice, and they're I want to use my voice. I'm home, bored, alone, and I just want to say something. But man, I'm I really hope that some of the advice that some of these guys give, I hope people really don't take it to heart and they realize it's just bored people who want to have a voice. But this guy just gave some good advice. AOHT06. He says, yes, as long as you're still masculine and alpha, hell yeah, I like that. Fender, Texas rocks, Houston, Texas. Yeah, originally from Galveston, Kansas, Durham, North Carolina. Where are my international guys? I got my guys from the States. Hello, Eric. You look fabulous. Thank you. I love that. I love compliments. I don't know why some women get offended by them. I just don't get it. Let's see. Your positive vibe says your facial expressions during the Sam Pond interview was hilarious. I love Sam. Yeah, some of the stuff that Sam and I talk about, it's freaking hilarious. I love that man. Okay, let me scroll up. I already wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. It just really jumped down. Someone added something and it just jumped. David Taylor says, should you try and kiss on the first date, or does it come across that you're too keen, interested? How far in dating to go for the kiss? You know what, David? I believe that when you feel it, you better do it because there's an energy behind it. But if you're just doing it because it's the right thing to do, she's going to feel that. She's going to feel it in your body. She's going to see in how you're moving towards her, and that's going to turn her off. But if you're into this woman and you're like, oh my God, I have to kiss her. It's that passion. If you can feel that passion, then follow through with it. There's never, I think too many times we get caught up on when is the right time for this, when is the right time for that. We are in control of when it is the right time. There's no like dating rule book that says this is the right time and that's the right time. And if there is, it's someone pulled it out of their asshole and made it up. The right time is when you feel it and you move forward. And you have another responsible woman on the other side who gets to use her voice and either say, nope, not ready for that. Or she's like, about time. I wish a guy would kiss me. And a lot of women say that. They're like, I wish he would have just kissed me. Even if a woman has a boyfriend, they're always still looking to upgrade if they can. Oh, that's not true, AOHT06. I have to highly disagree with you. If a woman is not wholeheartedly with her boyfriend, yes, but when a woman wholeheartedly is with her man, like he is her champion, she may see other good looking guys, but at the end of the day, she is going home to her man, her champion, her emotional warrior. Stephen Height, he said, you did great on that. Thank you, babe. I'm not sure what I did great on, but I always like that affirmation. It's great. Oh, Stephen, thank you so much. You said sorry about my sister's accident. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it is a part of my life that is just a big part. Let's see. Tony says, Erica, what did you do before starting the career you are in now? Oh, Lord Jesus. Tony, I have done everything. I've always had a sales background. I've sold, I've been assistant to interior designers. I was pursuing becoming an interior designer. Always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I've been assistant. I've even cleaned houses. I have done everything, but I've been in sales. I've sold mortgages. I've sold homes. I've sold caviar. I've sold shoes for thousands of dollars in Beverly Hills. I've sold jewelry on Rodeo Drive. I have done it all. Okay, so I can't see your name, but someone said, do color difference, does it matter to couples nowadays? Because some American couples go together in different races. You know what I love about this time in history is that race, like I think we're looking at it now as like, how stupid were people before? Like really, how ignorant were you? Because you didn't choose someone because of the color of their skin. Like I think now in today's age, we look at that and we're just like, how backwoods is that? And so now you see a lot of interracial couples. I see a lot of interracial babies here in Bali. And I'm telling you what, interracial babies, I am one. And I think interracial babies make some of the most beautiful babies. And we're going to just continue to see more and more of them. So I think that in terms of race, I think that is becoming a very back in the woods mentality where people are looking at it who are more evolved and going, what? Yeah, we've moved on with that. You should probably grow and move on with your life as well. I think interracial dating is beautiful. Oh, hello, Kim. Kim, I love when you're here. Kim, thank you for being here. Saul, how do you deal with a woman that is sweet as pie one day and crazy the next? That is a great question. But you know what? I'm going to flip the switch because I need to stand up for women, because women get a lot of shit for this about being crazy, right? It's like women and their emotion. I mean, women, we've been hearing this shit for a long time, right? But I do have to say, I always stand up for you guys. This time I'm going to have to stand up for women. And women, you know what we'll say? How do you deal with an emotionally constipated man who once in a blue moon is in tap with what's going on inside of him, and how do you feel? What do you do? Do you give him a laxative for his emotions? What the F do you do with that guy? That's the counter to that. How do you deal with him? You know what? The best thing that you can do, Saul, is you ask directly. I'm a huge believer in communication, which is like what my emotional warrior program is really about, is like helping people find the language around how to talk to each other, what the hell is going on. And I call it emotional warrior, like having the emotional understanding, but then also the courage to like move forward and communicate how you're feeling, and also asking the questions in terms of what she's feeling. So you have to ask her that. And sometimes asking questions is a mirror for people to say, to show them, hey, this is how you're showing up in the world right now. So you can ask her, Saul, listen, yesterday you were like really sweet and really kind, and today, like, that's not happening. What's going on with you? Here's a great thing that you can say to de-escalate that, so she doesn't attack and go, ah, just like men attack and go, what do you mean? Come talk about my feelings. Ah, what do I talk about my feelings? What you can do is say, you know, help me understand. Am I missing something? Those simple words, help me understand, can de-escalate everything. Why? Because at the core need of human beings, we want to be understood and we want to be seen. So when you communicate to her, help me understand what happened from yesterday and today, she doesn't feel attacked. She feels like, you know what? Saul is actually trying to get to know me. That's all he's trying to do. And she doesn't feel a need to attack back. Are the fro, Arica, Angel, you are looking savagely seductive tonight. Ooh, thank you. Positive vibes. If she wants a Birkin bag, walk away. You know what? She wants a Birkin bag, she can go pay for the damn bag herself. Is it wrong to go after women of certain bodies? Listen, Jason, you like what you like. So if you like women with certain bodies, then go for it. But here's the thing, like, don't pigeonhole yourself in that. Like, open yourself up. Like, you never know. There could be someone else that like may not have that exact body, but man, she makes you feel so freaking alive, like that just like turns you on in itself. Aoshi says, he goes, I don't know why Arica disagreed with me on that one. I know plenty of women that already have a man lined up at the end of the relationship. This is why women have men lined up after the end of the relationship, is because they don't want to feel the brunt of the pain of a breakup. And so what they do is they get into a new relationship because it releases endorphins that make them feel good. So it's not that these women are just like, oh, I'm done with that guy. It's they want to get out of their pain. Breakups are a lot of pain. So if a woman is jumping into a relationship, it's not that she doesn't care for that guy. Chances are she's still looking at that guy's Instagram every day, but she doesn't want to feel the pain of it. And when she doesn't allow herself to feel the pain of it, then she has to carry the weight of that breakup, and it doesn't go away until she heals it. What is the next question? Fee says, I offer myself for you to Christmas just in case you want. Aw, that is so sweet. Thank you, darling. Let's see. Joseph says, feed him a good meal. You know what? Someone posted on one of my pictures in the YouTube community. I posted my Coco Chanel picture for Halloween. And when my arms are like this, like they look super tiny, And the dude said, you need to eat a sandwich. And you know what I said to his ass? Because you know I don't play. You know what I said to his ass? I said, well, bitch, get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. What's my next one? Whoa, 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 whoa. And there it goes. I hate when it jumps like that because then I have to like slowly scroll back. Y'all watching too much red pill. Take that stuff in small doses. Let's see. Apparently you guys are having a conversation within yourselves. Phantom Wolf says, have you ever heard something from the Jezebel spirit? Yes, I have. I grew up in the church and they use that very loosely. So Jezebel spirit is someone who is like super seductive, but she uses seduction to manipulate men to actually hurt them and to control them for her own personal gain. But I think in religious communities, they have widely misinterpreted that. I won't even go into that. Okay, what's my next question? Did it freeze here? Uh-oh, I think it froze. Uh-oh. Arica, with so much going on in this world and with people, what are ways to stay present and away from the distractions? Whoa. Positive Vibes 24. That is a great question. And it is a very challenging one to do. There's a lot of noise going on in the world. And so some of it is just turning off the damn news, turning off the damn news, turning off Facebook, turning off those sources that just perpetuate negativity. One, it's just shutting off the noise. It's not surrounding yourself with people who constantly talk about the noise and the drama and the trauma. It's one, shutting that down, right? But you got to stay informed. You got to stay informed. Yeah. Well, how's that working for your peace? How's that working for your home? Is it causing division in your home? Then maybe it's not worth it. And then it's coming back to your own body and your own thoughts. So I do this personally by being with nature. That's a huge thing. Doing breath work, listening to meditations and mantras, and also there's that scripture that says that a merry heart doeth good like medicine. And so if there's a lot of chaos going on and fear and things like that, what you want to do is the opposite. So a lot of times I will get on Netflix and I'll put on the stand-up comedies. I just watched one last night. It was so inappropriate and it was amazing. So yeah, it's doing counter of what that energy is. So if there's fear and chaos, then you want to find activities that bring you to peace. Listening to music, journaling, working out, getting that energy that you've absorbed out of your body. I hope that helps. Someone just asked about Andy. Andy, yes, he had the motorcycle accident. So Andy is still recovering. He said his leg still hurts. I asked him if it was getting infected because that can be a problem out here in Bali of wounds getting infected. He said it's not infected, but he is still in a lot of pain. So I am missing my driver, Andy. We were just texting last night. He was like, Arica, I miss working with you. And I'm like, I miss you too. I want my Andy back. Will says, the news lies anyways. Yeah, they do. That's how they get paid. Will Cooper says, you regularly address your viewers as babe, darling, my dear, my love. Yes, I think it's a Texas in me. Makes me nervous because I could never use these terms unless I'm in love. What should be my approach with these types of women? Like, are you talking about women like myself who use these terms? I'm a little bit confused, or just women in general. It's a Texas in me. Like Texas, we say these like pet names. And at the end of the day, like I believe that we're all made of love. And so when I call you my love, or I say that I love you, I'm identifying with the God that is inside of you, the love that's inside of you. And it doesn't take knowing someone to love them. You can feel their spirit, you can feel their energy, and you can go, oh my God, you can feel someone's soul, and you can go, I feel you, I know you, just like that, and you can love them. Brian has a great question. Can you talk about how to get a woman to open up and show emotion? Absolutely. Brian, it is always asking. The way to get a woman to open up is by asking her insightful questions. What do you want her to open up about? What emotions do you feel like she's holding back? And how do you start asking her questions so that she will open up? And I always say this to get people to open up, what I do with my clients, what I do with people in my life, is I typically will go first. I will typically share something vulnerable about me, maybe not too personal. It depends on where the level of the relationship is. But I share something that is authentic and vulnerable to me in a dose to where the relationship is. And then I give them an opportunity and I ask them, like, have you ever had that experience? Or do you know of anyone? Sometimes that's always a great question. Do you know of anyone else, instead of just asking the person directly? But it's one, you, Brian, getting clear on what aspects of her do you feel like she's holding back and what do you really want to know? And it's crafting questions around that to give her an opportunity, but making her feel comfortable by going first and sharing those parts of you with her and then asking her to respond back. I hope that helps. Do you do the Tai Chi breathing technique? I have not done that. I should look into that. Okay, I'm trying to go back up because it got busy again. George V says, what are 3 top things a man can do to get in a woman's head? 1, really see her and establish that connection. Like, give her insight into herself that she hasn't seen. Obviously, you have to talk to her and ask questions to do that and observe. But when a person feels really seen by someone, they totally stand out above the rest. Obviously, if I'm just being super honest with you, it's also on the sexual side of doing things to her body that no one else has done. That's why you should watch all my videos on sex, because when you do something to her body that no one else has done, she never forgets that. That stuff stays in her head forever. Forever. And the other thing is an experience. Bring her on an experience that she's never had before, because anytime she thinks of an experience similar to that in her mind, you were programmed, you were stuck there. This guy gave me that experience. Oh, thank you, Positive Vibe, who said, love you and your answer. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to scroll really slow so that I don't miss anything. Oh, thank you. Someone just said, I'm terribly sorry for Andy. I'm giving him plenty of love and willpower to get his strength back. Thank you so much. I actually told Andy that I shared it with you guys, and he just started crying. He said, I'm literally crying right now. I said, I reached out to my YouTube community and told them about you, and they're all praying for you, and it just really touched him, and he said that he had tears coming down his eyes. Ronak, he's responding to the person that says, why do I call people love and babe and this and that? And Ronak says she genuinely loves her viewers. That's why she says that, and it's true. Ronak and I have worked together, and he knows I love the people I get to serve. They stay in my heart forever. When do you start using terms of endearment in a relationship? You know, Steve, when it resonates with you, when you feel like the intimacy is there, when you feel like your heart is softening towards you, and you're like, man, I'm starting to care about this woman. Like I care about her well-being. I'm interested in how her day goes. And that term of endearment comes to you and you're like, oh, I really feel this about her. When it gets to that moment, this is why it's good to be an emotional warrior, so you can actually know what you're experiencing inside, what you're feeling. That's when you say it. Tony says, everyone deserves love, no matter who they are. All right, guys, I'm going to get down to one last question because we're about 30 minutes in already. Thank you guys for being here. Saul says, you're amazing to me. Thank you so much. I'm really touched by you guys. Um, Gary Clutch. Okay, I'm gonna speak to this. This is actually really good. He says, I'm bipolar and take meds. Women sometimes think I'm cold when it's really the meds leveling me out, which doesn't match how I feel inside. Last girl stopped seeing me because of this. So Gary, this is such a great thing because, I've shared with you guys, I really love the whole idea around mental health. I'm not professionally trained in it. I've just had my own journey of PTSD and anxiety that I've shared with you guys about, but I really love talking about mental health because I love that there's no real stigma around it, or at least there's not as much anymore, and that we're becoming a society that's aware and open to talk about these things. Gary, the best thing that you can do is have a conversation around it, and to have a conversation around it often, because it's unfortunate that this is your experience and this is what you have to live through. But when you're with a woman, um, ask her, like, what is it that you feel like you're not getting from me right now? And it could be humor, it could be empathy, it could be excitement over her, and ask her what it is that she's looking for, because you don't want to try on a million different hats just to please her. Just get right down to it. What is it that you feel like you're not getting? And then consistently communicate that to her. I'm really sorry that you don't feel like I'm showing up this way. The medication does cause my emotions to kind of come down a bit so that I can just kind of feel centered and leveled. And the reason why I say to consistently communicate that to her, because you're like, well, I just told her once. I think a lot of guys, when I talk to men, they're like, well, I told her once, she should know. No. The reason why you want to keep having that conversation is because that's not her experience. She can't identify with that. That is your experience. And so what you need to do is constantly remind her, this is what's going on inside of my body, because the alternative is this. I'm all over the place, and this actually becomes no fun for either of us. But I need to know from you, like, what is it that you feel that you're missing from me? Get her to be very clear, because that is her responsibility to communicate that to you. That's the emotional warrior inside of her, being able to articulate to you what it is that she needs. And so when she communicates, well, I need you to be more excited, I need you to be more that. That is something that I want you to consciously write down, even if you have to put it in a calendar, like, be more funny, be this. I know it sounds like, oh, that's so robotic, but sometimes we need to, like, if you're on medication, your mind needs those reminders of, like, hey, this person needs this from me. I need to convey that to her because she's not on medication. She doesn't have the experience I'm having, but I want to continue this relationship with her. So I need to communicate to her, whether it's joy or whether it's empathy or compassion, whatever it is that she says that she needs, you putting it on your calendar, show up and remind her this, show her this side of you, so that tells your brain, okay, even though we're calm and we're peaceful and we're feeling pretty like level here, there is this part of the emotion that is needed in this time. I hope that is helpful for you. I really do. Guys, don't forget, if I didn't get to you, please, here, I'll put it in the chat again. You can sign up for the 15-minute call, and I get to hear, like, what you guys are going through. Man, some of you guys, I just have so much compassion for you, because some of you have really been through it, and to hear your stories, and sometimes it just breaks my heart to hear what you guys have gone through. And the challenges that you guys have are just such great questions. So it's been beautiful getting to see you guys and connect with you. I get so excited. I'm like, yay, an actual person, not just little icons with pictures and things typed out, but like I actually get to experience you, which is such a beautiful gift. And, we kind of go from there and see if my coaching is the right fit for you. Guys, I love you so much. Remember this, that you do have what it takes. It's really about getting new tools, equipping you with new tools, which is why we're here. It's why I do these, is to give you guys new tools so that you can show up differently with your woman, so that you can come out of the old paradigms that you're used to and create a new paradigm with women, so that you can feel as a powerful, confident man who knows himself. He's assured of himself when he's with his woman, and he is that emotional warrior. You guys ask such wonderful questions. Thank you for the thoughtfulness that goes behind these questions. And I just really enjoy this, and I will continue to do this. If you're just watching the end of this, it'll be available for you to rewatch from the beginning. I highly encourage you to do that. So know that you're loved today. You're deeply loved, deeply, deeply loved, and that you have what it takes. I'll see you guys in my next live Q&A in my lingerie.